Hey everyone, it's Chris from MediaFreshPress.com, and today I'm making a video for Shanna Bent. Uh, she was asking on Twitter about trying to get some help for her blog here, and this is her blog that we're looking at right now. And basically, she wants her blog to look a little bit more like this one, and I really can't blame her for that. This is a great looking blog. They've obviously put a lot of time into it, and it's got a lot of really nice features. So I am going to try to help you figure this out, Shanna. Now, I really don't have too much information other than, I don't really know what specific areas you're having trouble with. So I'm just going to kind of look at your blog and look at this one and tell you the stuff that stands out to me. And, when we're done with this video, if you want to contact me again on Twitter or anywhere else, just go ahead and let me know, and you can give me more specifics, and I'll make another video and add it to this one. But basically, there's some stuff that stands out right off the top of my head here. First of all, this is a great looking theme. It's very clean. I like that the images are they're just everywhere. I think that's really nice. It's like I said, it's a clean theme. One of the big things that stands out to me is there's no real content here. So I don't know if you haven't written any yet, or if they're just the way this theme works, it just doesn't post it to the home page. So that's something to think about, but it really just depends on how much SEO you're trying to accomplish here, because SEO just isn't for everyone. Some people don't really care about SEO, and that may be the case for you. And in that case, you probably don't need a lot of content. One of the things down here I noticed is this tags. It looks like some type of widget. I'm assuming. I'm pretty sure. And if you're not too concerned about SEO, or even if you are, really it doesn't matter. This widget needs to be removed from here. So we'll talk about how to do that in just a second. But I want to get to the main stuff I see here. So basically, we want to talk about some of the major differences between this blog and this blog. And right off the top here, you see that they've got a really, really full menu here, or navigation, whatever you want to call this. They're probably running a separate plugin for this type of menu, because it's got a drop-down menu. I think this is called Mega Menu or something like that, which is really not necessary. But you'll notice they also have another menu down here. This is more of your typical, I guess, stock WordPress menu. And that's really the main difference I see with your blog and the widgets or the sidebar. You'll notice they have this sidebar here. So this join our mailing list and this Pinterest thing, new arrivals, Facebook, all this stuff is part of the sidebar. So that's what I'm going to try to help you with right now. Now let's go ahead. I'm going to jump into this is just one of my little test blogs that I try stuff out with, and let's see if I can get it to the main page here. Now you'll see that this, I don't have no menu anywhere. This is just basically just a home page with a bunch of gibberish typed into it, and you'll see that my sidebar is also empty. So this is a good starting point to show you how to do this, to get the menu and the sidebar up on your blog here. So we'll jump back over here, and first thing you want to do is go to Appearance. This is where you're going to start to build your menu. Now you're going to need some type of pages created, and I'm pretty sure you know how to do pages, but if not, you just go over here to Pages and click Add New, and then you'll give your page a title. And even if you don't put any content in it right yet, that's probably one of the first things you want to do when you create a blog, is create pages, even if they're empty. And then that gives you these to play with here. Now what you'll do is, when you're first starting out, you probably won't have a menu, so you'll click on Create a New Menu, and it'll do this, and it'll ask you to give your menu a name, and we'll just call this the test menu, and we'll create that menu. And then it'll ask you what you want to include in this menu. So You have these are special links. You don't really need to worry about that yet. Right now, you're just trying to set up a basic menu. Your categories, again, you probably don't need to worry about that yet. So basically, this is what you're going to choose from the pages you've created. So you probably want to at least create a home page, an about page, a contact page, stuff like that. So we'll just pretend that that's what we've got here. So we'll call this the home page. That'll be a contact page, and we'll call this our about page. And then we just click add to menu, and then there they are. And then you can kind of move these around in any order you want. And so we'll say that this is the home page because that's actually what is showing up on the home page of this blog right now. And we'll move the contact to the end here, and then you can even drag it to the side like that, and I'll show you what that does in just a second. But it basically kind of hides it and makes it a drop down of this page here. So once you do that, you want to save the menu, but you also have here make this the primary navigation menu or secondary navigation menu. And let me show you what that is. On this blog that you mentioned, you'll notice they have two menus here. So this would probably be their primary navigation, and this would be their secondary navigation menu. So what we're going to do is make this one the primary and go ahead and save it. And now we'll go back to the page here. Now you'll see here there's no menu or nothing. I'm going to go ahead and click refresh, and then there you go. There's our menu there. So now, depending on your theme, it's going to be a little different where the menu goes. Like I can even in this particular theme, I can put a menu up here right beside the little logo. So it's really depending on your theme where the menu is going to go. But you definitely need a primary navigation. So that would be your first thing to do, is create that primary navigation menu. And then if you want a secondary navigation like they have here, then you'll just go ahead and you can see that I've got a few different menus I've created. So let's go ahead and click on number 2 and select it, and that'll show how this menu is currently set up. And then I'll go ahead, you can even add the same pages to this menu. So like you'll see that this menu has articles, email, and contact us. Well, this one has tools and SEO, so I want to add articles to this menu too, so it's in both of my menus. Then I just click secondary navigation and save menu. Now on this theme, it's probably going to be a little different. It's probably not going to show up over here, but there you go. You can see now I have two menus. And this is the same articles page that we were pretending is the home page as it is here. So I hope that's not too confusing. I really didn't explain that too well, but I think you'll probably be able to understand what I mean. Now we wanted to talk about the sidebar. So let's go take a look at the sidebars. You're going to go to your widgets area. Again, that's under appearance. And this is also where you're going to find that tags widget thing that I mentioned. So somewhere in your blog under widgets there's going to be something called tags. There it is, the tag cloud. That's what's making this right here. So just me personally, I would remove that. There's really no need for it. But that's going to totally be up to you. If your blog readers use that, then you want to keep it. But I really don't see a need for it. Again, it's totally up to you. So now here we are back in the widgets area, and you'll see I have my primary sidebar, secondary sidebar. Now some of this stuff is unique to the theme I'm using. So every theme is going to be a little bit different. But this is where you'll put together this neat little sidebar like they have here. So my primary sidebar, we're going to forget about this after entry and this header right and all this other stuff, because more than likely your theme just has a primary sidebar and maybe a couple other things. So let's talk about, okay, let's see, like we've got the calendar here. We're just going to drag that right into the sidebar, and give it a name. We'll call this calendar and save it. Now we'll go back over here and we'll click refresh, and there it is. There's our calendar. So we can even add a couple other things, like, let's see, what can we add here? Let's go ahead and add, well, let's add some pages. This is kind of a neat little way to get like another menu in the sidebar. So we added pages now. We'll just call this my pages and save it. Now there's a lot of other stuff you can do here. With each and every little thing I'm showing you, there's a bunches of other little stuff you can do to customize each part of that. Like with this widget here, I can choose to exclude certain pages and order them in different ways with stuff like that. And if you need help with that, I'll be more than happy to help you. But right now I'm just kind of trying to stick to the basics. So we've added this My Pages widget and give it a title, and now we've saved it. And now we're going to refresh, and you'll see here it is. So those are the pages that belong to this blog. Let's see, what else can I show you? Okay, so like I was saying before, every theme has its own unique parts to it. So there may be stuff that's a little bit different on yours, and if you tell me what theme you're using and again what specific problems you're having, I can try to see if I can find the theme and give you a better tutorial of what to do for a certain problem. But one thing is, when you're in the widgets area, your widgets may look like this. So this is a little bit different than what we were just looking at. So for these types of widgets, when you want to move them somewhere, you can't really drag these and move them. You have to click add, and then it opens up this thing, and then you have to tell it where you want it: primary, sidebar, secondary, or whatever areas your specific theme has. I don't like to use my widgets that way. I like to be able to drag them and drop them where I want them. So when you're in your widgets area, you can go to screen options and disable that, and then that puts you back to the drag and drop widget like I like. So you see, this is why I think it's much better just to be able to drag your widgets and move them around wherever you want them. But again, that may just be something that you might not like. So either way, you have the option right here just in screen options to enable it or disable it. So really, I think that's about it. Let's see, I'm going to try to give you a couple other quick things that could help you out. Let's go to the reading here. This is where you're going to set your home page and your blog page, if that's the way you have your blog set up. So a lot of people have their blog roll, which basically means every time they publish a new post to their blog, it shows up on their home page. That's what I do, not here, but let's go to Media FreshPress real quick and I'll show you. So every time I publish a new blog post, it takes over this post here, and then as I publish them, they go down and they end up here, right? Well, some people don't do that. They have an actual home page, and this is where you can choose that. So you'll see here, again, I'm in settings and into reading. It says front page displays, and this is where you get to choose that, your latest post or static pages. Now, if you want a home page, you'd obviously go here to the front page and click home. I don't have a home page, but that's what we're using. You click home, and then for your blog page, you go to post page and click blog, and then that's how that would work. Now, you see here that this page is called articles because I've titled this page or named this page articles. So if I wanted to make a different home page, I could just go here and make contact us my home page and click save. And then go back to the thing, and then I'll refresh it, and then there you go. Now my contact page is the front home page for this blog. Um, but like I said, a lot of bloggers don't do that, and this is totally up to preference. It's however you want to do it. Most people just use your latest post, and then this stuff doesn't matter when you do that, because it's just your homepage will be your most recent blog post. So um, here's another thing that may help you: discourage search engines from indexing the site. You don't want to do that on your blog. I do it here because this is just a test blog, and I don't want it to end up in Google and people see this craziness in the search results. But make sure this is unchecked on your blog. And there's so much other stuff I could show you. I realize that this video probably went a little long, but I'm just trying to make sure I explained everything that I could to you and covered everything I think you need. So I think now, with what I've just showed you, you'll be able to go in and create one or two menus, however many your theme has. Some themes don't have a secondary menu, so that's one of the downsides about using free themes, is you only get a chance to add one menu, or an option to add one menu. So like I said before, with this theme that they're using, they have two. They have one here and then this menu here. Your theme may not have that, so if you can't create a second menu, don't worry about it. And actually, you'll still be able to create as many menus as you want, and then you can just kind of go back and forth with them, but until you figure out which one you want to use. But only one will display at a time. So anyway, I really hope that helps you out. If there's anything specific that you want covered, let me know. I hope you'll leave a comment below the video and let me know how well I did or didn't do, and I look forward to talking with you more on Twitter, and I hope to see your blog take shape soon. Alright, we'll see you later, Shannon. Bye, everyone.